Makaih.
Drop.
Hey guys, welcome back to 520 Speedworks. This is the wrecked Cobra project. We are continuing on after great success of getting the motor started last weekend. We are going to get back, and today's goal is to get this thing on the ground and actually drive it out of the shop. So under its own power, all that kind of good stuff. We got to finish the brakes. We got to finish a little bit of wiring. We got to figure out some kind of way to seat. We got to bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch. Just a little bit of that kind of stuff to do. So there's some cleanup. With that though, while off camera, I completed the front wiring up until the point where the lights go off. That one that's hanging down there, that goes to the horn, but we got the fan all wired. And then we've got most of the cockpit wired. So we have this really long cable because we don't know where we're going to put it yet. This is the adjustment for the power steering. So you can twist this and you actually can adjust how much power steering you want. Turn signals. This is the wire that goes to our headlight button that goes at the end of our switch for being able to dim and bright the lights. We got our horn all wired up, so all works. A little more cleanup to go, and we have a little bit more wiring. I have to set up the courtesy lights so when you turn it on, it'll light up the footwells. But with that, we're going to work on this thing set back up. With that, we're going to work on brakes. Number one, got to be able to stop it. We got to put rear end fluid in it. We got to bleed the clutch. Got to lock down the steering wheel. And then we'll go from there and see what else we got to do to get this thing on the ground and running. So here we go. All right, guys. First off, we need to bench bleed each master cylinder. They're completely dry. They've never had any fluid in them whatsoever. So actually, that's a lie. The brakes have had fluid in them. The clutch has never had any fluid in it. So these might not need to be bled as much as we think, but I'm still going to take the caps off, pour some in. We're going to kind of bench bleed them, see if we can get some movement in it. But all the lines are completely empty just because everything's new. So that's what we're doing. All right, we're gonna start off bleeding the brakes. So we're gonna fill the master cylinders and all that kind of good stuff, get them bled and see if we can get some brake pressure into this thing, and then we'll go from there. So here we go. Hold. 1, 2, 3.
Big bubbles. Down.
Yep.
Okay.
It's hard work.
Yeah, hard work here in the chair the other side.
Okay.
Feeling better?
Yeah, but it still feels like mush because of the front. Like you can feel it when you get the pumps. You can feel it get hard, but it's uber mushy because of the front. Alright guys, brakes first bleed done. The pedal feels rock solid, so good enough for now. We can't really do anything more until we kind of get the brakes bled in. So we're going to move on to whatever's next.
That would be brakes broken in.
Yeah, whatever, what Gilly said. Alright guys, we got the clutch bled. That was there was no way to film and do that at the same time. That was a mess, but cool things we did, we were able to put, see it right there? I put my finger on the back. So my finger's the back of the clutch pedal. I know it's all black, but it's the stop now. Can't overextend. Let's not put you guys upside down. So, let's see if I can do this all at once. No turny. Clutch in, turny. No turny. Clutch in, turny. So there we go, clutch. All right, we're gonna add, what are we doing now, Gilly? Speakers. Why we used to have somebody that used to help us out. Ashley, we miss you. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. I won't know until I check the editing if we got that or not. But that. right, guys, here we go. Next piece.
So this is all the stuff you don't realize.
All right, speakers are in. We're gonna build grills to go over them. How? We don't know yet, but we have ideas. Just implementing them is another. All right, guys, we're finishing up the dash. We got it on. We're tightening up the hub for the steering wheel, and then we're gonna keep going. No. Don't care because we're going to change it. It's perfect. Boop. Boop.
Turn power on, see if it works.
All right, we got power on, so. Hell yeah, that's the first time I've turned that on.
I was checking the fan really. The dimmer works on the radio for the record.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't the other side? Actually,
What's the steering sound like? Is it quiet? Is it?
huh?
Can you make it harder?
I think that was nothing. I really clicks. Now this is hard. That's all easy. And then if you turn it enough, it will
Shut off.
shut off. Yeah, now it's hard. All right, guys, there we go. Somebody asked in an earlier one about the turn signal switch that we're using. We're using this. It's from Motion Raceworks, and it's a non-canceling, which is not a big deal. And then here on the very end, if it'll focus, I'm not sure what it's going. There we go. If I can hold it still. Nope. Come on. So this little button here, you press that, and it does lights flash to pass when the lights are off, and then high beam when it's on. So with that, the battery's about to die, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right, guys, we're gonna start working on getting the seats mounted in there. So we got to do some measurement in the floorboard to get the seat track laid out. Gilly's trying to get them put together over here. We'll show you on the next one, or actually I'm doing measurements. I will show you Gilly putting these together, and we'll go from there.
No pressure.
Right?
Look how far that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It might look funny. It might look funny in the.
Yeah, just because of
It looks funny. Well, it looks funny with how crooked they are, but like sitting in it.
Feels fun.
Oh my god, this feels fucking. It feels like a fucking race car.
So you happy with the position? You're centered on the bar, I think. Pretty close.
Oh, forget that.
Forget that.
Look at me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Roller bearing.
It's so nice.
Should I make a video and I'll send it to him?
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Anyways.
I mean, he's gonna want less leg. All right. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
It's nice to be able to push that and not have to worry about it.
It is kind of nice having that extra foot room right there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it's kind of. I like mine because as soon as my foot hits the side, my foot is centered on the gas pedal. The thing is that we could have taken it. We should have. Next one that we do, we're gonna come to here and put a bend in it, so you get the foot space here. But you don't need, like, you can't even. Well, with this seat, I can't even get my leg to touch it.
Yeah, but with a regular one you could.
Probably, yeah, with a regular one.
Seatbelts.
Yeah, they are really nice seatbelts. All right, so we got. All right, so we got 3 of our 4 seat hold downs. I will show you in a second what we got to do on both sides here, because this is right here is just 40 thou aluminum right there, and I want to do something a little more substantial than that. Another thing I just realized is that the way the seat is, I'm not sure that the e-brake is going to work. I mean, it kind of sticks up into here, but yeah. So we'll have to take a better look at that. These e-brakes aren't very good anyways. The one on my car barely works. They do have an electric model, or an electric e-brake, which works really good, but they're really pricey. They're like $450. And we live in Arizona where it's flat. Yeah, we don't use our e-brakes, or at least I don't. I know I'm going to get comments, oh, you should use your e-brake all the time, but I don't. So we'll cross that bridge here in a little bit, but right now I'm going to go on. I'm going to show you what we got to do underneath here. Of Cool, we can see this. All right, so right here, probably hard to make out, but that's the hole for our other forward seat bolt. But see how it doesn't attach to this frame, so we need to go, we're gonna build, take some square tube, we're gonna get the curvature of this frame, but basically we're gonna build, can you see that? We're gonna build something like that, and it's gonna come around and tie in to here. We'll weld, and we'll weld. And that way we'll get a good solid support there instead of just hanging out with 40 thou. I mean, it's hold in 3 other spots, but I'd like to get a 4th. So here we go. All right, guys, so under the car, we basically have this. So pretty much what I've come up with is that we got to figure out how to do basically that. So that's a plan. So I've got it marked out here, and that's what we're going with. Good enough. It's perfect. Perfecto. All right, those are tacked for now. We'll come back and weld them here in a little bit. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been a long weekend, so we're gonna call it here. We've got both seats in, steering wheel in, dash in, radio in. This thing is rock solid. We got close to driving it this time. We still got to do some fuel lines. We got to get the rear end in, but some things just take longer than you expect. So here we are. We'll catch it in the next one. We'll absolutely have it driving in the next video. So with that, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget, 520speedworks.com. Get yourself some merch, and we'll see you next time.